I never gave her safety. I never gave her stability, because safety and stability meant that she could relax and pause. And a woman who feels safe might realize that she doesn't need me. So I kept her off balance.
So I spent so long getting ready to see a boy who it just clicked in my head that like he doesn't care.
Met you, I really thought for the first time ever, wow, I didn't know black girls could be pretty like that.
So I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my husband is leaving me and our 3-year-old and our 4-month-old for his girlfriend.
They don't like seeing strong women. They want to break you like that. They want to like lower your self-esteem, all of that. It's sickening.
Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new, my name is Lisa, and judging by the title, you already know what this video is all about. So in this video, we are going to be seeing women testifying about how wicked men can be. We are going to be seeing women sharing their experiences of how they have suffered at the hands of men.
So I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my husband is leaving me and our 3-year-old and our 4-month-old for his girlfriend. His plan is crazy. He literally just put in an offer for a house like 2 minutes away, like walking distance away. He wants to come here in the evenings after work to hang with the kids and like help around the house, like literally be a normal family, except he won't sleep here. Like, is this a thing?
I feel like your husband is soft launching the idea of him and him alone having an open relationship. He's trying to turn the two of you into sister wives. This is the reason why a lot of men didn't want women to have their own jobs and have their own money, is because they wanted another family cross town. They wanted to be able to do whatever they wanted to do. And because you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, you're going to have to put up with it. You're going to have to put up with the cheating, extramarital children. This is why they didn't want you to have your own money. But this woman goes on to say that she always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and he knows that. He wants to be around just enough so that he's the only one who can move on and you can't. He wants a family, but only when it's convenient for him. Nights, weekends, holidays, but he wants to be a single man doing whatever he wants, whenever he wants, most of the time. The fact that he's trying to do all of this now that you have 2 kids under 3 means that he knew that you would feel stuck. Now the kind of mom that he always promised you'd be able to be is all dependent upon, are you okay with your husband cheating on you? That's a decision that only you can make for yourself. It doesn't matter if other women are okay with it and how many divorced women. Girl, do you want to do it? And if you don't get your child support order, your custody, your alimony, and all that figured out, and leave this cheater. And I don't care if he crosses hard, hope to die, pinky promise. You can't trust a man who didn't keep his vows to keep his promises.
Men can be wicked, guys. Men can be wicked. And there is no man who is as wicked as one that has trapped a woman with kids. I'll call it trapping, because the truth is that some of these men actually trap women with kids. I know sometimes people love to say that women are the ones who trap men with kids, but trust me, men trap women with kids. There is no one who is going to be called like a man that has trapped you down with kids. That man is going to think that he has ended your life. He's going to think that no other man is going to want you with your kids. He's going to think that no matter how much he dogs you out, you're still going to stay. You're still going to pander to him, because you know he's the father of your kids and he's the only one that is going to love you. They love to make women feel like their lives have ended because now they have kids. And I find it funny that it is after they have made you a baby mama that they are going to be bold enough to now admit that they have other girls, because they believe you're not going anywhere. They have already trapped you down.
When I tell y'all I just got ghosted so bad, I mean, probably the worst case that I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. This man was love bombing me so bad, saying how he ain't never met nobody like me before, and he ain't going nowhere, and he always gonna be right here, and he like everything about me, and yada 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 yada. And I'm just eating it up. Like we was talking every day, all day, like literally. He would come over, we would watch shows, and like literally was attached to each other. Just for me to hear from him last on Friday, and I ain't heard from him since. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I took it a step further. I texted him on a Text Now app just to see, because I thought nigga was dead. I thought he was dead or something. He texted back immediately, but hasn't replied to any of my messages since Friday. And people wonder why I don't like men. People wonder why there is literally male hatred running through my bones. And people can always say, pick better, pick better, pick better. But the only thing I'm doing is being a girl. I'm only listening to your words and your actions. like a grown-up. I don't know. Like, how can you pick better when the men are lying to you and deceiving you? We don't know exactly which version of them that we're getting until that version is released. I fear.
Honestly, I feel like at this point, you cannot fully trust a man. It doesn't matter how genuine they come off. It doesn't matter how they act like as though they are different from other men. I feel like at some point, every man is going to dog you out. And I really hate that it has to come to a point where love has lost meaning, relationships have lost meaning, women can no longer fully trust men, because it's like even the men that come off as genuine, sooner or later you're going to find out that they are also on BS. It's like, it's so hard to find a man who is genuine out here. Dating is so ghetto. Every man, it seems like every man has a hidden agenda. A man will ghost you out of the blue. You could think you're building something special with a man, only for him to ghost you out of nowhere simply because he got what he wanted. And I feel like, why all the mental gymnastics? Why can't you just leave women alone if you're not willing to fully commit? Honestly, guys, it's ghetto when it comes to dating nowadays, and I applaud women that are still in the dating scene. Like, I really do, because trust me, it takes a lot of courage.
What's one of the many things that a man has done for you to say men are wicked? All right, so I'll tell my story. So I was in the States, and my boyfriend asked me to bring down a phone for his mother. So I gave him the address that I was staying at, and when I got the phone, it was an iPhone 10. At the time, iPhone 10s were popping, so I was like, his mother is going to get an iPhone 10, and that lady doesn't even know how to use phones. Like, I know that she cannot use phones. So I brought it, and then one day I asked him, does your mother know how to use the phone? Does she have the phone? He automatically got upset and was like giving me attitude. Yeah, she can't use the phone. What's the problem? I was like, I'm just asking. So automatically him give himself. Because you know when man guilty, them not like you ask them nothing, because them just get upset about it. So one day I was at a party, his birthday party. When I looked, it was a female with the phone. The same phone, same case, everything. I didn't even say anything to him at the time because I just laugh and shake my head. But
So, I spent so long getting ready to see a boy who, it literally just clicked in my head that like he doesn't care, because I've been putting in so much effort to see him. Just been not reciprocating that. Told me I was gonna see him today. I was supposed to see him at 6. I was supposed to see him at 4:30. And he's texting me right now. He's just avoiding the whole thing of me. So like, obviously you don't care. But I took my time to get ready, did my hair, did my makeup, and I think I look really cute. So I was gonna show somebody. I took pictures and I posted them on Instagram. So that's cool, that's nice. I got my nails done today. There's little pumpkins and shit on them. That's cool. Yeah, that was it.
Guys, this shit breaks my heart, because I really feel like it really gets to a point. Like, it gets to a point where you're just like, what is all this for? You know, like, why am I even breaking my back? Why am I even still entertaining men that won't even value my time? You get ready to go on a date, you dress up, you do your hair, you do your nails, you do your makeup, and someone stands you up and they don't even have the courtesy to try to explain what happened, why they couldn't make it. They just try to gaslight you into thinking that all is well. They try to avoid the conversation. Like, I wouldn't even be entertaining you anymore. Honestly, you would be blocked. Totally blocked, and never to hear from me again. And to be honest, I feel like sometimes these men, it's not like they are not aware of what they are doing. They know exactly how they are treating you. They know exactly what they are doing. They know that what they are doing is wrong, but they are going to do it anyway. Because I don't know, does it give them satisfaction? Like, men, does it give you satisfaction to see a woman break down just because of your weird ways? Like, What do you really gain from that? I would really love to know, because it doesn't make sense to me.
Men are not nice people, and they're getting worse by the day. Like, I'm not lying. Men really just love getting their ego stroked by women. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, go heal, go get some therapy, because I'm not the female to stroke your ego. I'm just not. Like, manipulators, and it's like, y'all do that to women that are really good women. Like, they're really nice human beings, and I really think that guys be like, I want to take advantage of her because I want to knock her off her pedestal, and I want to humble her because she thinks you'd be surprised how jealous men can really be. They don't like seeing strong women. They want to break you like that. They want to like lower your self-esteem, all of that. It's sickening. And psychologically, men know exactly what they do when they like literally chase women in the beginning and, switch the roles and make the woman feel like less of a woman and make the woman chase them and make a woman feel like she's crazy. They know exactly they know that it's a psychological thing, and they feed off that shit. I don't have guy friends anymore, because usually my guy friends they want to fuck me. And then the guys that I give a chance to, it don't matter if it's a nice guy, if it's not a good guy. Everyone that I've gave a chance to, they always have some type of like motive, and it's weird. It's very weird. Men are not nice. I don't care what y'all say. The shit that they do to women, I can go on for days. I can write a book about what situations I've been through in my 29 years of life. I've never seen nothing healthy. And a lot of people say, oh, it's just some inner work that you got to do. Bro, don't tell me that. I've tried that. No, it's never me. And I'm that type of person I don't care what nobody says. It's not me. I feel like I do everything right. But they're going to say, oh, you're doing it for the wrong man. Then show me the right one then, okay? It's just men in this generation. They're very evil-spirited. Like, this is what they like. They like a woman to chase them. They act like the females nowadays. And it's very weird. Really, trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Don't ignore the red flags. If you feel like he has a girlfriend, he has a girlfriend. The first time he do something weird, cut him off. Literally, don't waste your time.
They wonder why women have become so bitter. They wonder why women no longer want to date. They wonder why women are choosing to stay celibate, single, and child-free. They wonder why. Honestly, it gets to a point where it's like, why do I have to continue being the nice girl? Why do I have to continue being, this sweet, loving, caring? Like, why? Why? In a world of men that don't care, in a world of men that don't see you as a human being, in a world of men that see women as objects, like, why should you continue being the good girl?
Too beautiful, your time is too fucking precious, and it's not worth it, bro. Please, and they'll show you, they'll put it right in your face. Don't ignore it. This is coming from somebody. And I don't feel like it's we as women to be like, oh my God, what did I do something? Is there something wrong? No, it's not you. It's literally not you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's them, and they have a them problem. That's just what it is. Men are not nice. And another thing, y'all, they never go anywhere. That's the thing. But don't let that don't use that to your advantage. Knowing that, leave them the fuck alone. Don't just cut them off. Don't have nothing to do with them. If you know in your mind, oh, he'll be back. Okay. Yeah, he'll be back because he know that she lost out on some. It's never your loss. But don't use that to your advantage, and don't be like, oh, okay, he gonna keep coming back to me, so I'm gonna keep taking that. No, that's not okay. That's really not respecting yourself. Knowing that, just be like, oh yeah, I got you wrapped around my finger. You thought I had you wrapped around yours, motherfucker. But you're going to keep trying, and you're always spin the block. But I'm not going to let you in my car if you spin the block. I'm just not going to.
Men will always spin that block, always. Not because they love you, of course. At this point, we all should be knowing that a man spinning the block doesn't mean he loves you. He's coming back to test your level of stupidity. Yes, I said it. to test your level of stupidity, because some women can never actually fathom that men don't like them like that. For some reason, they think a man coming back is because, oh, he can never get over you. You're the best thing that ever happened to him. He has tried to look for you in every woman and he has failed. So he has decided to come back to you. Trust me, that is not what it is. He is coming back because he knows you will take him back. He knows you're the only one that will always take him back with his nonsense. Don't fall for that trap, ladies. Don't fall for it.
I never gave her safety. I never gave her stability, because safety and stability meant that she could relax and pause. And a woman who feels safe might realize that she doesn't need me. So I kept her off balance. I created chaos inside the entire relationship, created fights over nothing. One day sweet, the next day cruel, going back and forth. And so she stayed second guessing herself, stayed working, stayed focused, trying to work harder and fix herself, trying to figure out what version of me she'd get, never understanding, never knowing. And I controlled her by keeping her anxious. Because the last thing I needed and the last thing I wanted for her to feel steady enough to actually walk away from me. The worst part inside of this is I knew exactly what I was doing because I chose it. Because a stable woman can't be manipulated. But an anxious one stays locked into a relationship much longer than what they want to be.
And this is what I was saying. Men know what they are doing. They actually know what they are doing. They know that they are antagonizing you. They know that they are not giving you the treatment you deserve. They know that they are causing chaos in your life. They know. But they are not going to change because that is what they want. Just like he said, a stable woman is not easy to manipulate. A woman who has stability in her life is not easy to control. So he has to cause chaos in her life so that he can, control her fully, so that he can manipulate her without her having any way of defending herself.
Met you, I really thought for the first time ever, wow, I didn't know black girls could be pretty like that. I didn't know that black girls could be that pretty. So really, I was astounded. It took me back, and
that's sweet. Is it really? This reminds me of the video that went viral a few months ago where the pastor was saying that she would iron her husband's clothes to prepare him to meet his mistress. And he said this about her.
I'm used to 125, too. Yeah. She 5'6", 175, and she was the wrong color.
And then I said, this is why I warn women to never give a man a chance when he acts as if you're not his preference. When he goes out of his way to say, I don't usually like dark-skinned women. I don't usually like women with tattoos. I don't usually like plus-size women. I don't usually like women who have children. When he goes out of his way to make you feel like you're not his usual type, most of the time he'll never let you forget it. This is why I also warn women to stay away from men that act as if they're doing you some kind of favor, as if they're making some kind of special exception for you. They want you to feel like you're lucky because he doesn't usually date people like you. Not to mention the fact that I don't even believe him. I don't think she's the only black woman that he's found attractive, but he notices that works on her. That kind of flattery, she's clearly eating it up with a spoon. He knows that she likes to be flattered. She wants to believe that she is the only black woman that I find attractive, so I'll let her think whatever she wants. Because he wouldn't just marry the first pretty one he sees. All she knows he's only saying that so she won't see another black woman as a threat, because he's actually looking at all of them.
Women don't pick the wrong men. Men just literally be faking their whole personality. As in, women don't actually go for the wrong men and get their hearts broken intentionally. Men literally just be faking their whole personality the whole time. As in, men are literally so good at what they do. They know how to facade a girl, make her feel like she's loved, make her feel comfortable, make it seem like they're the best guy ever, and that they have the right mentality, all for them really and truly to be thinking in the back of their head that all they want to do is, you know what I'm trying to say, cheat the girl and not take her seriously. When really and truly the girl's out there thinking, he actually likes me, he can see a future with me, and that's just not the case. Men make these girls feel as if they finally came across the right man and as if they're finally ready to lock in, when really and truly it's all a facade. It's fake. Men are just faking their personality to get what they want. And then you'll be out there thinking, damn, like, this girl has a bad taste in men, when that's really and truly not even the case. It's not her fault. You know what I'm trying to say? She's just been sold a fake version of somebody.
Amen to that. Amen to that. A man finally admitting what we already knew. Finally admitting, most of the times these men come on the internet and they're like, oh, you should have known better, you should have chosen better. It's because you women, you don't know how to vet, you go for all the wrong guys. But it's like at this point, we don't even know how to vet, because it's like they all pretend They all act like, they all put on this facade that they are the right man. They all put on this show that, they are good men. They are, like a man will literally do the most to show you that he's up there when it comes to morals, when it comes to, what you're looking for in a man, just for you to realize that it was all BS. Instead of men telling women to choose better, how about them actually being better? How about them actually being who they say they are? Maybe that would be easier. It would be easier for women to choose better, but then you're leading with lies, you're leading with manipulation, and at the end of the day, you blame the women for it. You blame the women for falling into your wicked traps. You blame them for not choosing better instead of holding yourselves accountable for not being better.
Your experiences with men will become so much easier when you realize most men that you meet don't have good intentions for you. Most men will have selfish intentions with you, but not good intentions for you. Now, what do I mean by that? I will confidently say that most men are stuck in a cycle of lust. And because they've been stuck in a cycle of lust for so long, the lust inside of them becomes normalized. And their friends are on the same thing, but it's like a feather flock together. Their friends are also stuck in a cycle of lust. Now everybody's lustful, but because nobody is outside of lust is not a problem. It's normalized. It's normal. Now, when most men look at you, especially if you post provocatively, right, or you dress a certain way, when men first look at you, they're looking at you with the intention of having fun. They imagine to themselves what it would be like pleasing you and what it would be like for you to please them. Again, selfish intention. Scarily enough, some men don't care about the expense at which that fun comes at, hence why we have rapists. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, once you learn that most men don't have good intentions with you or for you, it will put you into a mind state where now when you are dealing with a man or when you are speaking to a man, you're paying attention to more of the signs or indications that he has good intentions for you.
I don't want to cheat on her at all. And I love her. I love her more than I wish I loved her. But I wouldn't mind having like a young chick to impress, like a 25-year-old chick that you could be like, take a look at my tour bus. She's like, whoa, as opposed to my wife going, $125,000, a waste of money.
Even despite him giving the disclaimer that he loves his wife and he doesn't want to cheat on her, it had to have been really hard for her to hear him say that he wants to still impress a 25-year-old woman. And the thing about it is, you'd probably have to flaunt some expensive purchases for you to impress a woman probably half your age. I think when some men start to get money, they become somewhat disillusioned about themselves. Younger you couldn't pull a woman like that. But now that you have money and the women see the money on you, because now you have a nice car, you have a nice job, and it's taken you 20 years to build that with your wife's help. Now you look like a catch, and now these women are finally looking, or now you feel like you finally have a chance with those women. But the thing about it is they're attracted to the money. You couldn't get those women when you didn't have it. Most 25-year-old women aren't looking for a man that's twice their age unless he has something to show for it, unless he can take care of them, unless he has $125,000 toys to flaunt in her face. I'm not saying that every much younger woman isn't genuinely in love with a much older man, but a lot of them wouldn't choose that unless you can give her something that the men her age can't.
And the women that I really feel bad for are the women that meet the guy, he ticks all the boxes, he's the perfect man on paper, they get married, they have kids, and all of a sudden it's like a switch flips. That man begins to suddenly act weird. He does a 360 on her. He's dogging her out. He's cheating on her. He's violating her in all ways. Sometimes people say that there were always signs. Trust me, guys, sometimes there are no signs. Sometimes there are no signs. When I tell you a man will put on a show, a man will put on a show. Honestly, there are women that it's B0 signs. Like, that man was literally the perfect man. Her friends voted for him. Like, everyone believed that he was a good man, including her own parents. Everyone. No one would see him for who he is because he put on a perfect show. A very perfect show. And before you know it, he has trapped her in a loveless marriage. He has trapped her down with kids. When I tell you guys, men are wicked. A switch just flips and all of a sudden, that woman's life, that woman's world is turned upside down. Like, it's literally turned upside down. I know we're on the same internet and we keep on seeing these stories all the time of women who would say, my man was the perfect man in the beginning. There is no way I would have thought this man would change on me. Like, honestly, there are men that it's been no signs, guys. No signs at all. That's why I really don't like it when people blame the woman because of, not choosing better and stuff. Because it's like, why are you blaming the woman? Hold the man accountable for not being who he said he was. Why does it always have to come down to the woman?
Do you want to hear a disgusting secret that men use to cross your boundaries? And I know I'm going to get in trouble for this video, so I don't know how long it will be up for, but you need to know this information. Now, what is it? Men who really want to manipulate you, really want to cross your boundaries, they will actively work to knock out your support structures. So they will turn your family to be like, why do they always say that to you? Do they really love you? They'll start knocking out your friends. If you used to go to book club with your friends, suddenly all your friends are bad people. And he's the only one that really knows the truth. He's the only one that you can really confide in. He will spike your emotions. He will make you feel great. And then will constantly distance the other people from your life. Now, once he's got all of those people distanced, all of the people, none of them have your best interest in mind now. He will start to manipulate you. He will start to ask for horrendous things. You must watch out for these people. And a great telltale sign, aside from what I just listed, is do they have a lot of old friends in their life? Because these narcissists, these manipulators, they cannot keep people around because they constantly burn people. So you'll notice these people tend to like move cities a lot. You don't ever really meet any of their friends. And if you do, they're all very surface level.
And sometimes I wonder, like, is it that men are intentionally wicked? Like, what exactly is it? Because sometimes you see a man that when he was growing up, he witnessed his own mother going through domestic violence. Like, he witnessed his father violating his mother, beating on her and stuff, and he was crying and begging his dad to stop. He was doing all he could to save his mother. But then these are the same men that when they grow up and now they get with women, they are now violating women. Like, they are doing the same things they saw their father doing to their mom. And it's like, what exactly is it? Because I thought you would know better. I thought you would know that this is not how a woman must be treated, judging from how you saw your mother being treated and how sad she was. You would expect them to treat the women they get with better. But all of a sudden, they are now acting like they are narcissistic fathers. Some of these men actually need to go to therapy. I think that is what it is. They need to go to therapy.
My husband historically hates when I take a shower without a violet. I'm going to start it up and see if it comes in tonight.
There's something going on here. Is this,
Why did he come in like that? Like, the way he came in, the look on his face, and his demeanor. But when he saw the camera, his demeanor suddenly changed. Like, I feel something is not right here.
waiting for me to show up?
Now, clearly, I don't know this woman or her marriage, and I'm not saying that her husband is controlling. But if he were, this is where he would start. He would start by her feeling like she has to almost get his permission to shower and to shower without him. Because she has to make sure that he's available anytime she would want to shower because he has to join her. Then she goes on to say, sometimes he does let me shower by myself. Girl, let. Starts with the shower. Then it's your clothes, your makeup, your hair, your family, your friends. Next thing you know, every single decision that you ever make has to be run through him. You said that he hates it. So does this grown man punish you like you are a child when you make a decision that he does not like? And what does that punishment look like? Of course, if you like it, I love it. But the reason why you post it is because you know that it's peculiar. Maybe you're not brave enough to just tell him that you're uncomfortable by yourself. So you put him out here so the thousands of women online can tell him for you. This comes across more as a cry for help than a man being so in love with you he can't get enough of you. And there's something very sinister about the way he pops up out of nowhere with his hands behind.
I'm not going to lie, but his look when he first walked in with his hands behind, like, it just looked, something was off. Something just seemed off. But, well, who are we to judge, right? Who are we to judge? We don't know their marriage, but we are just giving our opinions based on what we see. So
his back like he's a drill sergeant or a police officer. And when he notices the camera, he softens up because he realizes he doesn't want to look like that on camera in front of other people. Based off of this 20-second video, I'm not going to say that your husband's trying to control you. But if he were, this is exactly where he'd start. Imagine having to drive yourself to the ER, then coming home to make yourself soup because your husband was too busy. Had to watch the game. As much as we have begged and even pleaded with some of these women to stop sharing these terrible stories about how badly their husbands, boyfriends, and significant others treat them, they refuse to keep us out of the group chat. Most likely you're not going anywhere. You know that, he knows that, and we know that. But you had to let us know just how badly you're being treated. And as much as we, the audience, want better for you, we can't want more for you than you want for yourself. Not to mention the fact that this kind of thing doesn't just happen out of the blue. There had to have been signs and clues you overlooked during the dating process that allowed you to get here. This cannot be this man's first time mistreating you, not prioritizing you, your health, your happiness. It can't be the first time. This is why I say who you date is who you marry. A man can't be altered at the altar. Whatever you're getting when that man is dating you, he's only going to amplify that behavior. If he was neglecting you then, he's going to neglect you now. If he didn't have to become a better man to become your husband, he knows he doesn't have to be a better man to stay your husband.
Guys, men are actually wicked, bro. How's my friend telling me that a guy literally ruined, like, guys will literally ruin your perspective of love, yeah, and go off and live their best lives, and then go, friends, question mark.
Want to talk about why you didn't get me anything for Valentine's Day?
No, I don't.
There's a flower shop on the corner of your job. You couldn't walk there on your lunch break? My fiance hates me. How many Valentines is this now? No flowers, no card, nothing. How many? One time when we were getting back together, you got me flowers one time. But after that, no flowers. Ever since we had kids, no flowers.
But my thing is, she already knows. Like, she has literally said it herself. My man hates me. My fiance hates me. Like, you know it. You know it, but you're still going to stay anyways. Like, at some point, ladies, we just have, like, I feel like it gets to a point, like, it really gets to a point where you just have to accept a situation and know that it's not going to work out. This person doesn't love you, and subtract yourself. Honestly, the earlier the better, the sooner the better. But you know that he doesn't love you. He literally doesn't buy you any flowers, not on your anniversary, not on, Valentine's Day. He does the bare minimum. You know he doesn't like you like that, but you're still there. Like, what for? Why are you still in that relationship? Why is he still a fiancé? And I won't be surprised if she goes ahead to actually marry him. I won't be surprised.
Said that men should be born in prison and work their way out. Yeah, because why have I been constantly catching old men with their wives, waiting till their wife looks away so they can stare at me? Are you okay, sir? Like, I'm assuming you guys have been married multiple years and you're still... Last guy just now was literally holding hands with his wife, holding hands, and she's looking into his eyes. And the second she turns away, he stares at me.
Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because we vibing, going on dates, taking trips, meeting each other parents, talking about kids and futures and married, falling asleep with each other on the phone, spending the night, making up nicknames, don't mean we together, stink.
Ladies, if you ever hear anything that I say, hear this. When it comes to men, assume nothing. I don't care if you're in a bar and this man approached you and he's not wearing a wedding ring. That does not mean that that man is not married. I don't care if he never mentioned the fact that he has a child. Doesn't mean that he's not a father of 10. I don't care if this man spends every waking moment of his day with you. That man could be married. Stop assuming that because he's giving you all this time, all this energy, that that man is into you, that that man is single, or that that man wants to commit. Because as this man has clearly stated, they are well aware that all these things are boyfriend things. But if they don't have to define the relationship, they won't. They dream of the day where you catch them cheating and they say, "What do you mean cheating? We're not even in a relationship." And yeah, he's got a drawer in your dresser and his toothbrush is right next to mine. Boyfriend and girlfriend. Men like this love blurred lines and gray area because it helps them to get away with more. The more you do girlfriend things for this man and you allow him to cosplay a boyfriend without actually committing to you, the better it is for him. Interested men have no problem committing or defining their relationship. So if he's willing to do all of the things that it takes to be a boyfriend, why won't he just call himself one? Because he wants a built-in excuse if he ever gets caught pursuing other women after he's already convinced you that he's only pursuing you.
I'm gonna explain a concept that all of you guys should know about men. This is gonna be painful, so grab some tissue. So it's like a very sick cycle. I'm sorry. Basically, a man will like you, right? He'll be interested in you, right? He will pursue you, right? He will get with you, right? You'll be in your honeymoon stage, you'll be in love with him, right? And then he'll start being disrespectful, rude, crossing boundaries. That can be a lot of things. It can be as simple as calling you out your name, which is not simple, but you know what I mean, or all the way to like being unloyal and, you know, losing your trust, etc., etc. Now, what's going to happen when that happens is you're going to have this fit of rage, and you're not going to know what to do, and you're going to freak out, and you're going to argue and yell and fuss and fight, and he's going to tell you that he's none of those things that you say that he is and that he didn't mean it, and you're going to forgive him. Now, this is where it gets really messed up. After you show how that made you feel, he's going to like you a lot less. Even though he was the one who made you feel that way, you reacting made him like you a little bit less. And this is the sickest part. You didn't leave him the first time when you should have. So you're back with him, you're thinking that, like, you know, things are all sorted out, things are gonna go better, things are gonna be fixed. But actually, like I said, he likes you a little bit less. He finds you a little bit irritating now. And his eyes go wondering. And he might meet a girl, 2 or 3, who's so nice, so sweet, so charming to him. And he's like, wow, this girl, she treats me so much better than what's her name. She's actually fun to be around. And he starts developing feelings for her because he feels like she actually likes him. Because you're mean to him. You argue with him. You yell at him. You call his phone down. You don't let him do his own thing. But this girl, she's mysterious. She doesn't even have his phone number yet. And he's like, wow, you know what? This girl, I think I like her. And the whole time, the only reason that girl is being nice to you is because you haven't treated her like garbage, like how you treated me. That's why she's so nice to you. That's why she seems like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day, because she doesn't even know the real you. But guess what? It's just like this horrible cycle, because he's gonna pursue her. And you're gonna be left wondering what you did wrong. You're gonna be left wondering if you're ugly, if you're fat, definitely going to Ozempic. No, girl. It's him. It's all him. He doesn't like you because you called him out. So your only options were to let him do whatever he wanted and walk all over you, which a lot of girls do. You can be one of those. You can be a pushover. Go ahead. Or you could be the grown, responsible woman that you are, where you told him that's not okay, and now he doesn't really like you as much. And like, it's just a sick cycle. And it doesn't matter if you've been with that person for a month or 10 years. If you get to that point where you call him out and he's like, wow, well, this girl over here doesn't do all this annoying stuff to me because she doesn't know you. Yeah, it's a sick cycle, I know, but if you can relate, I'm just letting you know that he's the problem, girl. He's the problem, not you.
The type of men that I fear most in this life are the ones that stop loving their wives just because their physical appearance changed after birthing their own child. Like, how dare you? How dare you stop loving that woman just because she doesn't look the way she used to look when you just met her? Women, we go through so much, and the compensation any woman can get is having a loving husband that would love her regardless after having children.
Just so y'all know, when y'all get mad and texting big ass paragraphs, bitch, I am not reading that shit. So whatever sentence pop out the most, that's what I'm replying to.
My husband pushed me off a moving car. It's real talk with Coco. Come, let's dive into the story. See, some men are very, very wicked, or brutally wicked. Don't say I did not tell you. Run from a toxic man. So she said they had an issue in their marriage, and she left the marriage for separation and she went to her parents' house. After a while, this man came back and pleaded that she should forgive, and pleaded with the family that they should help her come back to the house. So she said she was beginning to have soft heart again for the man, and she wanted to travel. Meanwhile, she used to travel to a particular state to go and do shopping for her business. And this man offered to come and drive her to that state to go and do her shopping. She said, Coco, on the way, this man stopped the car and asked her to hand over all the money that she's going to buy things with to him. And she said, no, why would you do a thing like that? This is my business money. And she thought it was a joke. Before the man changed and said, you think I'm joking? Give me all the money This man sees her phone and she tendered her ATM card with PIN and the physical cash that she was with. After that incident, this man removed dagger. Some of you that don't know dagger, I don't want to say more than that. And started, choking her till she started screaming and wind down the glass and was screaming. And the man pushed her off and drove off. She said, Coco, he thought I was unalived already, but I was not. People came to rescue me, took me to the hospital, and I was healed. And I went back to my family house. And then again, this man came back to plead with her that it was the devil work. Now, let me say something. For some of you that know that the animal that you are dating is very toxic and violent, and you people have the courage to leave him, and he still come back to beg and you go back, I want to clearly tell you in this video that you really hate yourself. You don't love yourself. You don't value yourself. Once you are done with an obsessed, toxic human being, clean your hand, no matter what. If your parent is disturbing you to go back to him, disown your parent and go live your life. So finally, she said she cannot go back to this man. After pleading, the elder brother that is now like the father told her that she need to leave the family house. If she doesn't want to go back to the house with the husband, that she should leave the family house. Most African parents are the big problem to young women in the society today. So she finally left the family house, went and rented an apartment and stayed alone. And now the man is still begging. But currently, she just heard that the man has been by some people that he went to attack for some properties. And now she is finally free. When a toxic man shows you his traits and you want to run without looking back. I'm not going to repeat myself.
So ladies, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this topic. Like, what are those wicked things that you've suffered at the hands of men? Let's share further in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a video. Till next time, I remain Lisa. Peace and love. I love you. Bye.